You notice that if one bit has to be still or at equilibrium, another has to be able to move freely with what the shaking gives it, and a constant feeling of a new thing. You're observing and into it and in it, trying not to remember how little evidence you have that you should or can trust the people you are in fact giving it to. A fleshy thing surrounding a hard, heavy skeleton. A carbon rod extracted from your core, like how they live in 6-volt batteries. An essential compression, your throat shreds it into dust, slowly, inhaled. Basic ally to the cause of being consumed. Clumping up like evidence in the black streaks in your mucus, an alert to a problem that has already made its way into you. Like a worm that burrows in, it disintegrates once inside. Like a worm that burrows in, it is assimilated into the flesh that surrounds it. Like a worm that burrows in, it is absorbed by its new home, stomach acid decay. Gradient how that, if you take a chunk of dark, roll it out thin, it becomes transparent, translucent. Its darkness cannot be contained in every edge. Like a chocolate bar, white on the snapped edges. The greater the surface area, the greater the dilution of the depth of the darkness. Its darkness correlated to its volume, its density. Surface area multiplied dilutes that density. Its integrity brittle from a lack of continuous connection to its surrounding pieces. Its gaps betray surface area multiplied, makes its insides farther from each other. An oxide imagined degrades its essential integrity. From every exposed surface, there exists a skin then, a reaction to the atmosphere, or the room, or the body. It is inevitably diluted, broken up by the body, whatever body surrounds it, whatever external threat exists. A threat to its existence, its home, its environment. The air betrays its very right to live. The touch, not a touch at all, but a surrounding, an immersion, is toxic to its intention to remain intact. Every absolute thing has an intention to remain intact. Degradation, assimilation, absorption, death by chemical reaction. We rust, everything rusts, a dissolved solid, a solution. And what of graphite as lubricant? Some, so exposed, slip against each other, an expression of solidarity. But only in movement, in flux, their will to integrity takes at its base a differing notion of a whole, a piece, a chunk, a thing, which needn't cling to itself in panic defense, so as to declare itself as it is. Perhaps their edges are better defined against degradation, dissolution. Towards a perfect sphere, the least defended, its surfaces are exposed at every point for lack of points. And what of its integrity? Edge along its sides to find it defined. Creep at its perimeter, perennially shown. Its core meets its skin, so closely followed. A strict entity, exoskeletal, extricated, or as hair grows and pushes old cells out of the body, a sieve like a sieve, we are dissolving. Thank you. Woo.